Hello everyone. That time of the year when students are working on their application. Many of you may have already built your college list. However, some of you may still be working on it. It's one of the most stressful parts of the entire admissions journey. And here's what most families do. They start with schools they've heard of, brand names, the impressive ones. And that's exactly the wrong place to start. When you build a list based on prestige instead of fit, you end up with something that's top heavy, unrealistic, and frankly super risky. And when the decision day comes, you might be left with options that don't actually make your child happy. So, I'm going to show you how to build a balanced university list. A list that gives your child options, reduces stress, and sets them up for a real success, not just on paper, but in life. So, what is a balanced list? A balanced college list is a thoughtful mix of three categories: reach, match, and safety. Think of it like a diversified investment portfolio. Some ambitious bets, some solid investments, and some safe options that still excite you. And here is what each category means. Reach schools or colleges where admission is highly competitive. Your GPA and test scores may fall below the average admitted student, or the school has an acceptance rate that is under 10%. Even highly qualified students aren't guaranteed admissions here. But if a school genuinely excites you and aligns with your goal, it belongs on your list. Number two, the match schools. This is where your academic profile closely aligns with the average admitted student. Your chances are solid, typically over 40%. These should make up the largest portion of your list. They are the backbone of a smart strategy. And safety schools, the third category, is where you have a high probability of acceptance, probably 70% or more. Here's where your academic profile exceeds the average. But here's a critical piece. A safety school should still be a place you would be genuinely happy to attend. One of the biggest mistakes students make is treating safety schools as a last resort. Remember, the safety schools in your list were selected because they offered something you wanted. They were never a list you didn't want to go. If that's the school that you will never go to, it should not feature on your list. Remember, they are on your list for a reason. The only thing that changed is the comparison to other schools. You should aim for about, say, 3 to 4 read schools, 7 to 8 math, and say about 3 to 4 safety. Most students will apply between 12 to 14 universities. And this is another thing that you have to remember. You don't start building your list based on colleges you have heard of or your friends are applying to. The problem that happens is it completely ignores your needs, interests, and personality. Instead, you must start from who are you standpoint, not a what do colleges want standpoint. Build a list that leans into your values and who you aspire to become. So, what questions should you be asking before you start building your list? Academics. Does the school offer the program you want? What's the actual learning environment like? What's the class size? Is it discussion based or large lectures? Is it hands on lab or theoretical study? Is the focus undergraduate teaching or research? These are very different experiences. Number two, location. Do you want a large campus with thousands of students or a smaller community? You want city energy or a quiet suburb? You want close to home or far away? Third is campus culture. What's the social environment like? Does it have a strong school spirit? Is it politically inclined? Is it laid back? Is it competitive? What communities exist? Which one would you like to join? Which sports do they play? And finally, outcome. Look beyond the next 4 years. Research graduation rates, job placement, median earnings. See which companies recruit on campus and whether the college has internship or a co-op requirement. And finally, the most important is finances. Have the financial conversation early. It's devastating to be admitted to a school you are excited about only to discover it's not financially feasible. Have those conversations before you list the universities down, not after you have submitted your application. Now that you have a list of schools that seem like a good fit, how do you figure which category category do they fall into? Use data. Look up the average GPA and the test scores of admitted students. Compare to your own stats. If you are in the 50th percentile, that's likely a match. If you are in 25th percentile, it's a reach. If you are in the 75th percentile or higher, it's probably a safe. But here's the warning. At highly selective schools, admissions is unpredictable regardless of stats. Schools with acceptance rate under 10% are reaches for almost every student. You might get into one highly selective school and not other. That's just the nature of holistic admission. And there's another major trap. Most students end up with a list that's 80 to 85% highly selective schools with maybe one or two safety and nothing in the middle. That's dangerous because more students are applying to the same institutions. The number of applications are increasing every year, making outcomes less predictable than ever. Be honest about selectivity. Focusing only on name recognition, you will struggle. You should be able to answer, why is this school on your list? You should not miss out on excellent fit schools which you may enjoy more because you have not heard about them. Let's also talk about the dream school concept because this is where I see most of the students and families getting stuck. The idea of dream school has become very popular. It's often tied to a highly selective name brand institutions. But here's the truth. You can have multiple dream schools. Ideally, you have dream schools that fall in different ranges of selectivity. A real dream school isn't just about prestige. It's where you can actually see yourself thriving, where you feel excited, supported, and at home. If you are fixated on one specific highly selective school, seek help to broaden this perspective. Clarify what truly matters for you. You will discover schools that hadn't featured on your list that you haven't thought about yet. Those schools may align better with your needs and aspirations. And remember, the college admissions process is also an opportunity for personal growth, especially for students who are still figuring out who they are and what they want. So here's my final tip to you. Start early. Junior year is the ideal time to begin researching colleges, exploring majors, maybe visiting campus, building a longer list, and then narrowing it down over the summer. If possible, visit campuses. College that looks perfect online can feel very different in person. If you can visit, talk with current students and recent graduates. Even following student ambassadors on social media can provide you with a valuable insight. Create detailed spreadsheet. Track supplemental writing requirements, deadlines, and forms for each colleges. Stay organized. Colleges have individual deadlines. Look for scholarship applications. Look for their test reporting policies. Once you submit your applications, you will also need to manage emails and application portals. And finally, trust the process. A balanced list gives you options that excite you, options that will help you achieve what you want to achieve in your life. It also reduces stress. It also ensures success. And no matter how decisions unfold, applying to multiple colleges where you will thrive will always help you make better decisions. So remember, building a balanced college list isn't about finding that one perfect school. It's about creating a thoughtful mix of colleges where your child can succeed academically, get involved, and feel supported. Start with a fit, not brand. Be honest about selectivity. And remember, the goal is options because when decision day comes, you want to have choices, not regrets. So drop a comment below. What's been the hardest part of building your college list? And subscribe for more practical guidance on navigating college admissions journey. Remember, we are in this together.